Does Shane know what he's talking about?
Now you're muted.
Oh, okay. It's backwards on these colors. All right, let's get started.
It's on. No, she's not coming.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we have all the minutes in the treasury report this time. Yes. All right, ask for approval of the August minutes.
Make a motion to approve the August minutes?
Second, any questions?
Nope.
Ask for approval of the July treasury report.
Make a motion to approve the July treasury report?
Second, any questions?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Reports from the department heads, police department.
Copies of last month's runs and then our in-person and virtual hours. Highlighted is the in-person. Shane and I feel that that's, it's not the most important, but obviously it's over here in person. Quite a bit of time virtually, just due to my work schedule. Shane's been over here in person more than Galars and I. I appreciate Shane for that. Pulling the weight there. Most of the calls are generated and answered by Shane. Him and I were together one night. Ishmael is, we're doing some things there with his training. We can explain that more in the executive meeting. The new hire process has been put on pause due to some stuff that we'd like to work through with you guys and some work sessions, and then probably just one executive.
Okay.
Due to the fact that some of the stuff is not covered in the law as far as the public not being aware of. You're being able to do that. So the reasons for that is budgets, SOPs, and then Shane and I need to put our heads together and get the actual field training program completely done. So when those new people are brought on, we're using Ishmael for that to work out some of the kinks and some of the issues with that.
Right.
Once we have that finalized with the use of him, then we'll actually be ready for it. They've all been contacted. They all know that it's just a pause. It's not.
How many have you had actually apply?
We had 6 or 7 that made it.
8 or 9.
8 or 9 applied. Always moving on to the formal interview.
We had 2 out.
Yeah, 2. So we're at 6.
That's good.
And then, yeah. It was. And then I emailed them, reached out just to make sure that they knew that the process was not canceled at all. So we're just pausing and do some internal
Gotcha.
things that we Shane expounded that.
No.
We'll end with the bad news, but good news is September 15th, there'll be a cleanup at the Taylors. Shane has been in contact with those involved, printed out the order from the.
Is that the recent one from the court?
Yes, did you get that?
Yeah. Well, Darla sent us one and said that they're asking for us. I don't know that.
Yeah, number 10 is all that matters.
10%.
We already agreed to that, so we're
Yes.
aware of that.
And that was that
Right.
issue come up when Shane and I were down there that day of how we really worked.
Yeah,
that.
our part in this is number 4, whereas the plaintiff in the town of Steinsville are requested to assist the defendants in obtaining any dumpsters. We did ours from the first time the county got the funding to do that. I know they haven't used up that full amount, so it would be the other 2 board members that would have to vote on it. But as far as I'm concerned, we're not going to spend the money again for another dumpster. We did it once and we had to hunt around for that funding and it was a battle. So hopefully the county can supply them another one and
I did
push this through.
The only part we committed to was giving them police presence.
Right.
We just talked about a dumpster.
Yeah, no, they've got it in number 4 in the order from the court. We're not ordered to do it. They're just asking us to assist.
We have the town festival, the 25th through 27th.
Right.
For the personnel there. But box.
Okay.
Here's that copy stuff. She has some. Here's the ride along. I know that question, we'll answer that in more detail, but that's the signed ride along waiver. Dealing with Shane and the ride along. And that issue, we'd like to discuss that issue though in a
Sure.
executive meeting.
Yep.
And then here's the bad news. So when Boone was here, they took on a program through Motorola that greatly helps us as far as coverage, since we don't have our mobiles work down in our office. And then some of the areas, Shane, correct me if I'm wrong, but some of the areas that
Work way down the hill.
so this helps us as far as communication with the dispatch. Shane found this in old emails, old PD emails. Shane will sometimes just like quickly go through them. He gets those. This was going to Noto. So Boone authorized it. Shane took care of it.
Basically, they didn't bill us for last year, bill last month. They're like, oh, you owe us for last year and this year.
So Shane can get rid of this $4.67 one. That is a aspect of the app that we're using, or sorry, the function of what we're using. He can get rid of. That's not a big deal, but this has been past due, and Shane wouldn't even know about it unless he would have checked that.
There's also 7 licenses on the time, all 7 were being used. Now we can drop that down to $100 per license. So we're kind of screwed on that. We just did. They don't bill us. We don't know about it.
True.
Right. I mean, so we apologize, but it was really out of our hands. I'm glad that
So
Shane.
the 1344 is the 1 year.
No, that's 2
That's
years.
2 years.
Paying us till
672
June.
per year.
Yeah.
But we might be able to.
I was gonna say, can we change this
we might
year's?
be able to
to-
get that second year adjusted because we don't need 7 licenses.
Right. Is that something you want to check with them first before we do anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we would request just, we don't want to hog all the meetings, but towards the end, we can just cover some of the items that I texted.
Yep.
Um,
All right.
We don't want to take over the meeting, so. Unless I miss something. That's all we got.
Mhm. Fire department.
Good much. One thing I had was, I did receive a Debbie Combustion's a weed complaint today. They don't know who to take it to.
But what?
Weed complaint
Should let me know.
to the street department. Turning off Stein right on the railroad. There's a very large clump of weeds there. You can't see more than about 30 feet. You look to the right to try to pull out on the railroad to go toward Texas Ridge and Moon. So I don't know if it's on Mary's property or if it's on the church's property, but it's definitely obstructing line of sight to be able to see and safely turn out on the railroad. So I don't know who needs to, if your mowing crew needs to take care of that, or you guys just need to go down there and ask Mary or church, whoever's property it is, if they can take care of it.
Well, you gotta be careful because they want it concrete. I'm sure if it's on the wall. That used to be there, I don't know.
Well, the weeds can be cut down
Yeah,
regardless.
we're just saying. They gotta be careful what they use because
Well, yeah.
they're concrete.
I don't have anything else. I just got the severe weather plan, which I gotta make a couple changes to, but you need to get it signed by
Oh, for the festival.
Debbie, but found some grammatical errors that I need to correct in here, so. Usually it's on it by the first time, that's it. So if it'll be down the first time. we can do it.
So do you-
Did you have anything else?
Sorry,
Did you have anything else?
maybe later. I think something.
Oh, thanks.
Here, but
Saturday, we're having pickleball picnic. Yep. We are ready for the festival. We have everything pretty much ready to go on that front. Pickleball,
Things up. Fall apart. Dogs in the park.
awesome.
You know, the one woman. Named, but complains about not knowing all the rules. How could they go by them if they don't have copies of them, but they're the big signs that no dogs? And when Brooklyn and I are sitting up there, she makes a point to sit inside the shelter house with her dogs running loose. And we have somebody to enforce that with a note on her door to remind her.
That's something you guys can take a look at.
Yeah, looking at. Have a leash.
There's a leash ordinance. back
We,
there.
uh,
There's
we
also
go
a
by
rule of the
the-
park that says no
Yeah.
dogs in the park.
Rule not a law.
But we adopted the county policy on that, the ordinances from them. So whatever that's in there is what we'd have to go by. Yeah,
Yeah, we just have to look at that, see what's enforceable. For the park, if they're, have to, I don't want to promise anything, but if they're not following the rules, I think you can ask them to leave, and they can. For ejection for the day. Trespass laws are weird, like that's public property. Have to look into that.
You guys know about the hole at the end of Stein Street.
I seen the cones there. I didn't,
There's a hole. Looks kind of like a sinkhole,
It does look like a scene.
but somebody said they saw county doing something there.
Also a column on railroad if you go down.
And
the gas station.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I don't know
Who
where
put
that's-
that there?
Yeah, what's that?
somebody said they saw county doing stuff.
I think it's got MCH stamped on it. Look out.
at the Stein Railroad
Train
area.
lid there or something.
Wasn't sure if they were just putting cones there for caution or if they're actually doing something.
I thought it was just a.
Hey, why is the county highway putting cones in our area whenever they won't do a damn thing down here when you ask them to?
I got something for you guys, I forgot.
Uh,
Several meetings ago, you guys talked about it outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So swing, if I do, my profit is $240.
Um,
so it's not as we anticipated.
what was the other issue on
We
railroad?
have to put that up there in the festival. because-
just the cone.
If you turn, go down, you have to turn by that.
Yeah.
There's a column sitting in the middle of the lane of travel. I don't know why it's sitting
Yeah,
there.
we've had everything, but like. it was-
The travel lane that you would come back up to the main, there's a column sitting there and then there's a little divot right because it's sitting.
It's where that,
Yeah.
there's like a little manhole cover or something
Yeah, I
right
don't know if
there.
there's a manhole cover there. I don't know why it's there.
It's right there, maybe a turn and go. They said back south on the road, it's almost right there where the buildings are at, where the road. I'm not sure the name.
So the alley behind them?
Yeah, it's all, it almost looks like they paved it. It was there. It's weird. But there's some,
It's like a sewer clean out or something.
Yeah, but I stopped and looked at it.
It's in the middle of the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the
In
middle of travel
in
now.
railroad or in that alleyway?
Railroad.
Railroad.
I don't know why it's there.
So is it like really deep or something? Do we need to?
It's not shallow. No, it's several deep. So I don't know if there's manhole cover there or if it's.
There's a
I think it's that one that's a small one. It's not a
Yeah,
big,
it's a little
yeah.
sewer clean out.
Well, why is there a cone sitting on top?
I have no idea. But maybe we need to see if we can get one of the rings, have it installed on the rings that raise that up with the new lid on top, so it's just. Because I know the city of Bloomington does that with their water meters.
Yeah, but I just don't understand. There's a cone there and why on Fresh Bank Street. So unless they had complaints where somebody hit it and messed up the front end of their car or something, I don't know.
it's not that.
I'm speaking of the cones, while we're on the cone subject. Are you done, Debbie?
Yes,
The cones on Main Street or the front side of the storefronts that West Biddle is working on. Are those going to remain there during the festival and the entire time he's doing things?
Yep.
Does he have insurance? That way, if that collapses out into the street, falls on somebody's car that's parked on the curb or
He
something right
has
there.
said that he's got everything covered.
Just curious, after that store collapsed in Linton here not too long ago and smashed 3 or 4 cars that were sitting on the side of the street on the curb.
I think we can probably move our vendors around enough that's. in that
Yeah,
area that
well,
we
and I
can
was just
make
talking
room
about
to
every day-to-day operation. I mean, I come in town this morning and the curb's lined from one end to the other, patrons for the store. So if he's back there tinkering around,
well, he put them out like you did before out in the street.
yeah, but nobody will leave anything alone.
They moved them back up on the sidewalk.
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rude.
I just want to make sure he's got the insurance to cover something if he's back there tinkering around and something falls down the middle of the street and hits somebody and kills them.
I haven't seen him back there, but I've seen John Boy back there.
Well, I know there's a mini X back there and dump trailer and stuff, and it's got some broken. It looks like he's been pulling out some of the trees.
John Boy's been doing it.
Oh, has he?
That's what he said. That's the reason he's living in the building back there.
Oh.
He's got a tent in Reggie's old building.
Really? That's good to know.
They pulled the metal off. Back is gone off of Reggie's building and has a tent in there. And he said West told him it was okay because he was doing work.
So I made contact with West, also with John Boy. And he wasn't staying, I was like, well, it was like,
The neighbors behind the store got pictures and videos. John Boy taking things out of their yard and taking it over there.
ooh, she was not telling that much longer. All right. But Wes is not allowed, yes, I've already talked to him.
Let's own that property.
Mhm.
That sounds.
Three of the, not the one Reggie owns.
No, he wants,
Not Reggie's, no.
Is that the one John Boy staying in, the one Reggie owns? So Reggie gave him permission to be in there?
no, and I think, after that complaint, I think someone got a hold of Reggie, I think he went down and talked. But no, Reggie's not.
So he's currently or not currently living in the back of the building?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get the meeting done. So you have anything else for the park? Do we have any? Okay, the community center. Needed repairs, and then she's got leaves in the stairs, which that's being dealt with, so we'll deal with what repairs, because did she give you a list? No, this will, I think that's still based on the handles, the doors and stuff like that we're waiting. If you talk to Lois, you might let her know that, what's his name?
Eric.
What?
Eric?
Yeah, Eric said he's waiting on Lois to call. All right, old business, selling LaSure lot on Main Street. There has been absolutely zero response from Darla on that yet. So if anybody else can have any luck getting hold of her, have at it.
Look,
Road repairs, the culverts from Mary Height and Broadway. I know we voted and approved it, and I know that Trent, is that right? Yes. At Snedeker.
Hmm.
Has been told and they received the authorization to go ahead, but I have no idea when this is supposed to start. I've not been able to meet with him on Main Street yet because every time I think I get a chance that I could leave early or something, then it doesn't happen. So that one's not done, but anyway, I'd like to see if we can get the others going. I know it'd be nice to have it all done at once, but
If you can get a hold of him, I could possibly be free on September 9th.
and I'll send him a message tomorrow. He answers and he gets right back. Let you know. We got the report of the Taylor property update. I think you already heard most of it, but they had a hearing on August 1st and the court again has extended. So the plaintiff may clean the property, that's being the county, or hire a third-party provider to do this on or after September 15th. So they've given them until that time to do it. They have been instructed that what's been done is fine, but there's a lot more to do and they're not to interfere. The order has law enforcement involved in here as well to be there, not to cause any issues. They did ask that if we would help with the plaintiff in getting dumpsters. Myself, no. Richie and Kim want to
No, I'm not.
vote over that. That's
No.
fine with me, but I'm not voting for it because we did it the first time and it took forever to get them to even cooperate to do anything. But that's kind of where that.
Until they come to a public meeting, until they come to a public meeting and ask for a dumpster, I'm not
Yeah.
doing it.
So we'll move on to new business.
Hang on, I got questions about this.
Okay, go ahead.
Thing, since you're involved in this, it says the house, the single shed attached to the house. Is there a shed attached to the house now? It's actually physically attached to the shed, to the house.
I couldn't answer that one, actually. It's definitely butted up against the house. Got a rolling door on it. It's on the northwest corner of the house.
And they're building something onto that shed, because I drove by there tonight before the meeting.
I haven't seen it today.
I don't think it's about it, it's supposed to.
Yeah, he had to actually tear the floor out of the bottom of that shed to be able to dig down to fix his water leak. Because the water leak, where his water leak was underneath that shed. So it used to be his tool storage shed, according to Bradley. And when he had to tear the floor out of it to dig down and fix his water leak below it, then that's where the RV come into play and become parked on the lot, become his storage shed of some sort, what I've been told.
And then put stuff on the roof too.
Yeah.
But it states in here, though, anything on the roof can be
That's
taken.
that in there?
Yes.
That's. I didn't catch that.
Says any other items, which says, any structure, including but not limited to fences and unattached sheds, may be removed. Any items stored on any roof, including but not limited to wheelbarrows and ladders, may be removed.
That was kind of the loophole that he found last time, is the stuff wasn't on the ground anymore. He started putting it on top of the house.
Then any other items which constitute junk, solid waste, or trash, which is outside of the house, attached shed or RV may be removed. But I would suggest go down there and do a drive-by tonight. Look at it, because it looks like they got the house, the shed next to the house, and then they're building something, attaching it to the shed.
But they can't do that anymore.
Well, and then they clearly state they can't do anything without getting permits.
It's been there, it's just a 8 or 9 days. Every day is for all parts.
Yeah, they didn't put the time on there. All right, going on to the SCC income under new business. So Leah's given us a report, and the community center is in the hole desperately. So we need to do a resolution here to move some money around to get it out of the hole and things back on track the right way. All right, so Town of Steinsville Resolution 2025-3, a resolution to make transfer of monies among the funds to support the 2025 budget for the Town of Steinsville, Monroe County, Indiana. Whereas it has become necessary to transfer monies to support the 2025 budget for the Town of Steinsville, Monroe County, Indiana, therefore be it ordained by the Board of Trustees of the Town of Steinsville, Monroe County, Indiana, the following. Section 1, to transfer money from the LIT Economic Development Fund into the Steinsville Community Center, $12,000. Section 2, as this money comes from excess money and not budgeted in the 2025 town budget, it is not necessary to reduce the fund's budget. So, introduce the resolution. I move that resolution number 2025-3 be submitted for the first reading.
Second.
Already read the resolution, Vane. So, passing the resolution, I move that resolution 2025-3 be adopted.
Second.
So moved on the second day of September, 2025. Now, resolution 2025-4, reduction of the 2025 budget to support the 2026 budget. Okay, so I move the resolution number 2025-4 be submitted for the first reading.
Second.
Appropriation reduction resolution 2025-4, whereas it has been shown that certain existing appropriations now have unobligated balances that will not be needed for the purposes for which appropriated. Now therefore, section 1, be it resolved by the Town Council of Steinsville, Indiana, Monroe County, that the following existing appropriations be reduced in the following amounts. Motor vehicle highway, reduction of $9,840. So I move that the resolution number 2025-4 be adopted on this second day of September, 2025.
Second.
So moved. I'm liking. All right, open for public comment.
Question. Do I need to put a shed on my property? And I need to just tell you guys or ask you guys?
Well, I wanted it set up that way so that we gave a letter of approval or denial so that you took it to the county to say, oh, yeah, they support it. Oh, no, they don't. Here's why. I don't know that that ever got done. We asked the lady at the, what was it, planning?
Planning
here.
zoning.
For us to be notified when somebody made application and they she kind of tossed it around like, well, we really don't need to do that. And well, that's what we want.
It's not been built though, right?
No, I haven't.
But it's, I mean, it's like, it's the pre-built shed you're just having put there like what Leah has. Yes.
Exactly like.
I don't think there's any permit needed for that because it's not being built
Oh,
on
no.
site.
Oh, no.
No, it's just like an
It's
extra
not permanent
structure.
structure.
No,
No,
no.
you're
Yeah.
fine then.
And I'll probably put on that concrete slab behind it.
Yeah, no. If you build one, yes. If you, no, if you're bringing one of those in, you
If I
don't.
just get one of those?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. That's all I had.
Yep.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Hi. All right, well, I've got a couple. First of all, Leah, if you could get a hold of Darla, I've made notification to the water company and they have, pretty much are just blowing it off. So I need something sent from her to Bean Blossom Patrick's for water, for where they dug up on
Sycamore Street.
and it's been over a year ago and still have not put blacktop back down. Their responsibility to do so. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up, and this touches with, and Tommy can go into it more, but I'm sure a lot of you have seen on Facebook how the town of Ellisville has approached Bean Blossom Township trustee again, wanting to take over the fire department. So all I'm going to say about it is that I hope that, I know I am totally not for that. I hope that this board will support that as well as this community. You can't, when you get a statement that says we do it for free for this amount of time, there's nothing free. You're going to get the full amount of money for those years. And then at that point, it's going to go up. In the original request, when the meetings were held, that is, if Bean Blossom wanted to back out of it at that point, I think it was like, what, 3 years, Tommy? Or on the third year, something like that, the equipment would be returned to us. My personal thinking is that, okay, well, we traded in your truck, we bought another truck, so here we're giving you this, and this is the difference in the price that we got, you've got to buy it back. I don't know if that's the case or not. That's just me looking at that. In the new contract, if we pull out, we get, Bean Blossom gets absolutely nothing back. You start from scratch again. Totally against it. So anyway, that's my thought on that. I hope that we can get enough people behind us and support the fire department here. And either hold off and stay as is or move in a different direction.
I think there's a more motive there than what met the original eye. If you get on Ellisville High Neighbor.
Oh, yeah,
Sherry Carpenter's post about
their budget
their
is,
financial
yeah.
grimness that they have going on right now. That's probably a lot of
Well, they
the
just
chasing.
just passed the
The
bill
dollar.
tax and
I know, but you need to read Ellisville High Neighbor from Sherry Carpenter. It talks about their financial despair that they're in right now and taxing.
and it's not just them that's gonna hurt on the money.
Limits and-
No.
Everybody's gonna hurt bad on this, what's happened from the state down. So we're gonna get slammed hard.
They're just chasing the dollar, which I
Right,
guess
yeah.
because of some financial burden they have there. So
Anyway, so that's all I have. Anybody else have anything? Any announcements that you know of? Going once? You want to say anything? Holler at us? Scream. Glad you're here. All right.
well, yes, one thing.
Okay.
Well, we just talked to her about joining the park board. She's interested. She's got a lot of good ideas. Teacher, yeah.
Yeah.
So I told her,
You and your husband were here a couple of months back or so. Yeah. Okay.
do a letter and bring it to us. And
Yep.
we'll bring it to the board.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Perfect. Feel free to jump right in and help with that festival too, because it needs all the help he can get.
This year is good,
It's a
so
lot of work.
next year.
Yep.
Oh my.
How do you spell your name?
YD right, okay.
In my, there's what I thought, but I was checking. I was gonna say it.
All right, if we have nothing else at this time,
No.
we'll adjourn this meeting and pick up with the police meeting.
What's your last name?
Did you guys
Abby.
permit this year, motion to does that?
Did we do what?
We don't need the permit this year.
You don't need it. so-
No.
No, because
Thank
Um,
you.
The last day of the school last year was good for.
I mean,
it.